Trypticon and Megatron and the Decepticons are still outnumbering the Autobots, and they are crushing them. Optimus Prime looks hopeless, but is still there hope for the Autobots. The Aerialbots have arrived, but they still can't form Superion. What can they do? We still have to check out Fireflight and Slingshot. Let's check them out. Welcome back to BobaChuck14, and if it's your first time here, subscribe to my channel so you can be updated on any new videos that I upload, and give this video a thumbs up or a like or a dislike if you don't like it. It helps my channel. And now we take a look at these two Aerialbots, and you've got Fireflight and Slingshot, well, in their jet forms. I like these two because they got landing gears compared to the previous ones that we reviewed. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link here. So Fireflight is an F4 Phantom in the G1 cartoon, while Slingshot is a Harrier VTOL jet. So now we've got that out of the way. These two are just repaints of each other. They're totally the same mold except for some minor changes, like the chest and the head sculpts, but everything else is all the same. So with that out of the way, let's check them out and transform them so we can help out the Autobots. So this Unite Warriors set comes with all these 5 Aerialbots, and it comes as well with this awesome instruction sheet. It's really nice, and yeah, it's in Japanese. I wish I was able to read Japanese, but it's very detailed and very nice artwork with a instruction sheet, and then there's a comic at the last page, as well as illustration of Superion and how to do it in Scramble City. And then, as I've said, here I have all the other feet and hands for Superion. So these two are used for the hands, while these two are used for the feet. And that's it for all the accessories that comes with these two. So how I arm them up, I will be showing them right away. So here I've got them all armed up, and since they are really the same mold, so I want them to be balanced, so I put 2 of the same weaponry on them, so both of them have the same look. So as you can see, if we take a closer look, it's really the same mold. The mold details are all the same except for the paint jobs. So as you can see, these guys, for him, he don't have the Autobot logo on the nose cone, but still the G1-esque paint job, and I really love how these guys look like. And they still retain that very easy transformation. And then let's take a look at Slingshot. He's got that nice Autobot logo on the nose cone, orange cockpit, and then that stripes on the wings, really nice. And now I'm gonna bring out all the other planes that we've reviewed. Here we've got 4 of the Aerialbot squadron. We only got Silverbolt not in the picture, so let's take a look at all of them. Really nice looking group. I love how the paint schemes are really so G1-esque. And then with regards to the plane modes, I really love Air Raid. That's my favorite. So that out of the way, let's transform these two so we can take a look at how they look in robot. Before we transform these guys into the robot modes, it's comparison time. And here they are with Thundercracker. Still love that scale, how Thundercracker is much bigger than them in their alt forms, because it's a spacecraft. And then we'll take a look with them with Siege Astro Train, and it still looks good. The space shuttle is a lot longer than these two planes, and I love how they scale together. And now we're gonna take a look with them with the power of the primes, headstrong. And here, as you can see, this guy is really big. Well, you can already know that when you transform Superion and Predaking, you're gonna see how the size differences between the two. Now we're gonna transform Fireflight into his foot mode first for Superion. And first off, you fold up the landing gear. It's almost the same thing as air raid and skydive, so you just pull up the nose cone, and then these two tabs tab into the tabs over here on the back of the figure. So select that, and then you just fold up the rest of the wings up. Same thing here. The difference between these and with air raid and skydive is that they've got only one of these tail fins, which they can also push back, so it helps with the transformation. And then same thing, you pull out the legs so you have some clearance, and then you turn around the head, so when you turn out the combiner port, you won't see his head. So here, the combiner port out, then you just snap it back together, and then you get one of the feet. You just push this tab into the hole on the bottom, and now you've got Fireflight into his leg mode. So I also transformed Slingshot as well, just so you can see how they look in foot modes. And now we got that out of the way. We transform him into his robot mode, and here we go. You just remove the foot, and then you untab the arms because they just tab here on to the side. Same thing on the other side, and then just as we did, just pull out the knees so you can untab the legs, and then you open up the upper part and then split these two apart. And then the biggest difference also is the tabs here on the legs are here compared to the air raid and skydives. The tabs are over here, the holes are over here, so straighten them out and then make sure that it's straight, so these tabs will tab into the holes over here. Almost the same engineering. So once you got that tab in securely, that's one of the legs done, and same thing on the other side. Got the legs finished, and then you just swing up the head out, and then on the shoulders you just push them up here, and then you've got Fireflight in his robot mode. And it's a difference with the transformation. They don't have that accordion arms, accordion up shoulders, and that's how he looks like. And we'll take him into robot mode in a snap. And here we've got them in the robot modes. I really like how these two look together. So as you can see, the chest is almost the same molding, except for this one, they've got that Autobot logo. So let's take a look at their face sculpts. Well, this guy is very memorable in the G1 cartoon. That's why I always remember his face sculpt. And then Fireflight's over here is nice as well. And then nice chest moldings and paint jobs. I really like how they look like. And as you can see on the legs, it's almost all the same except for the paint. And then let's take a 360 look with all of them. And I love how fast I can transform them in so few steps. Then we'll give them their weapons. And here we are with their guns, and I love how these two look with fully armed up. And then we'll take a look at the articulation. Both of them have the same articulation. The head is on a ball joint so it can look up and then go turn 360. Arms can go far that way, turn around 360, and then elbow 90 degrees. And then you've got that mushroom peg at the shoulders, I mean on the elbows, so it can turn around, but nothing on the wrists. And then what I really love is these guys have waist articulation, and it's also due to the transformation into the arm mode. Then the legs have 90 degree, and then can kick far that way and then back that far, and nothing on the ankles, just like on the wrist. But I'm still really happy with the articulation on these two. And now we'll take a group shot of these 4 Aerialbots. So here are all the 4 Aerialbots in their group shot, and they're just waiting for their leader Silverbolt so we can form Superion. Really love how this set looks like, and now it's time to compare them with some Siege figures. Here they are with Rampage, and as you can see the size difference, the Voyager class is a really big guy compared to the deluxe class of these Aerialbots. And of course we have to show them off with Rise Optimus Prime. I love how these figures scale together, even if these are older figures compared to the newer ones. I love how they scale up. And then one of their arch enemies, and here they are with the Seeker leader Starscream. And as you can see, as a robot mode, this guy is definitely taller than them, and I love how they scale up. And now we have to transform these guys into their arm modes and get ready to transform them into Superion. And now for the final part of this video, we transform them into their arm modes. And for this one, we'll transform Slingshot. And then what you do first is, as usual, you turn around the head, and then you take out the combiner port, so that way. So this is almost the leg mode already. So what we do with the arms, you just turn them up, and then you turn them this way, fold them up, and then the arms will just sit by the peg over here. So it's not really pegged in, but it just rests there. So it looks like that. Do the same thing on the other side. So the arms will look that way. And then you just peg the feet together, just like when you fold them up into their alt forms. So that's that. And he is the left arms, you have them that way, so he's got this elbow joint. And then you just put in the fist, and now you have Superion's left arm. And doing that for this one. So now got this guy transformed, and as you can see, they look together except for the paint jobs, and they really look awesome. And we bring in both air raid and skydive, and we have all the limbs all ready to form Superion. And watch out for the next video where we look at the final piece of the puzzle, Silverbolt. So that's my review, guys, for both limbs, Slingshot and Fireflight. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, do it with style, don't do it at all. Check out my next video for this guy.